Hey guys, it's Shin and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm Jess. You can find me on X at shinpad_IESR. All right, let's get right into it today. Lots going on. Going over into Japan for a minute, the J League has decided to do a little bit of a shakeup. As they're celebrating their 100th season, they have decided to temporarily end draws. So when matches go to full time and they're still tied, they go to penalties. So the shootout winner gets 2 points instead of 3. And the shootout loser gets 1 point instead of 0. This is going to run from February to June as they transition to a European style calendar. And honestly, it's like football said, no stalemates, choose violence. Craziness, right? It's so crazy, yes. And speaking of craziness, let's jump on over into Turkey for a minute. So the amateur league is absolutely no joke, okay? And I looked at this story just to double check, like, is this true? It, is, I don't know, because it's no joke. It really isn't. In Turkey's amateur league, a children's bicycle was thrown at an assistant referee after an offside call wiped out a goal. The ref briefly lost consciousness and suffered an eyebrow injury. I can't really pronounce the names of the two teams, but it was the 10th week of the Malatya First Amateur League. And the goal by, I'm going to try, Darendespor was disallowed by an assistant referee for offside. Following the disallowance, a children's bicycle was thrown onto the field from the stands, hitting the referee. As a result, he had left eyebrow injury and lost consciousness. Yeah. It's crazy. This article says, following the incident, the fate of the match and the process regarding those responsible is eagerly awaited. Now, this was from this article from 3 days ago. So I don't know if they're still hearing what's going on about it, but I don't know. We'll see. But Turkey amateur football is no joke. You guys see my new stickers on my mug? I've just recently bought these stickers. LAFC, Angel City, and Bayern Munich. They're massive, so I can't really get the same stickers to put down here. Sidebar. All right. Sidebar over. All right, let's jump on over into the MLS. Seems like lots of moves going on in the MLS right now. Still, oh my gosh, so many. Toronto FC have signed Emilio Aristizabal on loan from Atlético Nacional. Seeing a lot of that, whether to or from, in recent weeks. They also have an option to buy the player, so if he's good, might be worth considering. They've also signed Raheem Edwards. Atlanta United have signed Fafa Picoult and Sergio Santos. FC Dallas have signed Joaquin Valent. Minnesota United signed Kyle Duncan. Orlando have signed defender Griffin for general allocation money of up to $1.2 million. That's a lot of general allocated money. And also a sell-on percentage from Houston Dynamo. Sporting KC signed Lasse Berg Johnson for 3.5 million euros. And Nashville SC have signed Reed Baker Whiting for a fee of up to $1.2 million with a sell-on percentage from the Seattle Sounders. So that's just kind of the stuff going on in the MLS right now. Of course, we're still looking forward to. Of course, I'm still looking forward to the LAFC match against Inter Miami this Saturday because I believe the regular season starts this Saturday. If you guys didn't watch the other match that LAFC was in on Tuesday or Wednesday this last week. Was it Tuesday? Anyway, they blew them out of the water. They absolutely blew them out of the water. Absolutely. Oh, and it was Tuesday where they played Real España, winning 6-1. So that was crazy. I was just really glad that they pulled Son out because it looked like he hurt himself in the first half. I'm really glad that they kind of like pulled him out second half. Because of course that's in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. They still have one more match with Real España. Galaxy are doing their round one of the first leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup tonight. They're playing San Miguelito, and they're losing 1-0, and it's halftime right now. So see how that match turns out later. All right, let's see what the ladies are up to in WSL. Great news, guys. For you Angel City fans, great news. Avi King is now off of the season-ending injury list. For some of you guys that don't follow the NWSL, she was placed on the SCI list last season after she suffered a cardiac event on the pitch. Like I was watching that match when she collapsed, and it was so intensely scary. Like the camera was looking at her, and like she kind of like stopped, and then she collapsed. It was so scary. And they still ended up finishing the match after she was carted off to the hospital, which caused a lot of controversy about how they handle those type of disturbances that really shake up every single player. Those type of situations with those emergencies. But she has recovered and she is back on the pitch this upcoming season, and we look forward to seeing what she has to offer. So, craziness. So glad to see that she is going to be back on the pitch. The Women's League is really amazing things. Amazing things. "19 players from the NWSL have been called up to the under 23 women's national team at training camp. Mm. So we've got from Angel City, we've got Evelyn Shores and Taylor Suarez. Bay FC, Carly Lima. From Denver Summit FC, Jasmine Aki, Yuna McCormack, and Aoki. From Gotham FC, Sophie Cook, Andrea Kerata, and Sarah Shupansky. From Houston Dash, Leah Klenke and Kat Rader. From Orlando Pride, Ali Lemos. From Portland Thorns, Carolyn Calzada, Shay Harvey, Jaden Perry, and Petra Torden. From Racing Louisville, Macy Blackburn, Sarah Weber. From Seattle Reign, we've got Niku Purcell. And there's other ones. Just gonna try to find them for you guys. It's awesome to see 19 players being called up to the under 23 training camp. Let's look at the NWSL moves. What has been going on? Who's been signing where so far? We've got Denver Summit have signed Pauline Parade-Magin from France. And Washington Spirit have re-signed Tara Rudd through 2028. Now, last year she was the Defender of the Year, so we look forward to seeing what she has to offer this upcoming season and how she is going to be defending against each of the teams. Let's up north for a little bit to the Northern Super League and see what is going on up there. One thing I have is that Halifax Tides have signed midfielder Kat Jordan. All right, guys, we're going to take a little bit of a break. Then we're going to go back across the pond over into the UK. You've been watching Shin Pads and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. See you guys after the break.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
All right, guys, welcome back to Shin, Pads, and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go across the pond into the Premier League, where we have got the VAR debate. Now, a UEFA director of refereeing has reportedly stated we cannot go in this direction of microscopic VAR intervention. We love football like it is. Now, I can see, perchance, I can see where he's coming from, because it's crazy how now VAR is under such microscopic, like, they look at the microscopic things in the VAR. You can say a goal is offside by an elbow, which is ridiculous. But it's also there as kind of a safety measure, because you're like, some of these players make dangerous tackles, and sometimes it warrants intervention. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Leave a comment down below what you guys think. We're back to the managerial chaos. Back into it, man. Nottingham Forest have become the first Premier club to have 4 managers in one season. A single campaign, man. Vitor Pereira is now the new manager of Nottingham Forest. So, all the luck to you, dude. All the luck to you. I don't really know what else to say about that, because, I mean, what's the issue? You know, this is why I wrote the article that I wrote on iesportsradio.com. Go over to the blog and check it out. But still, yeah. So some top stories going on over in the Premier League right now is that Raheem Sterling has signed for Feyenoord until the end of the season. Now, this has not played in a competitive manner since May of 2024. That's a year and a half. And he was released by Chelsea last month. A little bit more on the spiritual side. For those of you guys that practice and participate in Ramadan, their Ramadan breaks are going to continue across the EFL this season, and the gameplay will be paused during natural stoppage time to allow Muslim players and match officials to be their fast. So, just something I saw this week. Also, Arsenal are reconsidering Calafiore's future with the club. Now, this is something that I'm kind of going to be going into with regards to, like, with my new article that I'm writing about if we're heading into the ruin of football. Cali Fury has appeared to have been injury prone. He was set for a comeback from injury during the Arsenal versus Wigan game. However, he sustained another injury during the warm-up. So now Arsenal are reconsidering, and I can get that. You know, should you really still be playing if you're going to get hurt just warming up? Not even during training or during the match, but during the warm-up. I don't know. Anthony Gordon has now achieved his first career hat trick. And with this, he has scored the most goals by a Newcastle player in a single Champions League season, overtaking Alan Shearer and his 6 goals in the 2002-2003 season. All right, guys, you guys all know it's FA Cup time. There has been some FA Cup magic going on. Mansfield Town have ended their 50-year wait. They reached the 5th round for the first time in 50 years, which is crazy. Sorry about that, guys. And of course, the fairy still continues for Wrexham. Wrexham will host Chelsea FC in the 5th round. So honestly, good luck to Wrexham. But right now, for Wrexham, the Hollywood script is writing itself. All right, let's move on over into La Liga. A couple things from La Liga this week. At FC Barcelona, Flick has hired a specialist named Anna West who will focus on creating rest and sleep schedules for the players. And honestly, having the match congestion going on, I think this is a great idea. Absolutely great idea. And unfortunately for Barcelona, they have fallen. Girona took down Barcelona in a 2-1 victory. Absolute craziness. And during all of that craziness, apparently, after the craziness, the Spanish refereeing committee decided to send a VAR ref that didn't count the foul on Koundé and awarded the goal to Girona. So, yeah. Also, Jose Marino was given a red card and will not be on the touchline next week. So if you're hoping to see Marino, sorry guys, not happening. So, all right. Let's move on over into Serie A. What is going on over there? Well, Neymar is back from injury, and it's been reported that he anticipates retiring if he's not called up for the World Cup. I mean, I really don't know how to feel about this because I'm like, if he decides to retire, he decides to retire. You know? Football mortality is real, man. I don't know. I mean, how does that look if he decides, oh, I didn't get called up? I'm going to retire. I mean, does it seem like a rational decision or does it seem more like I'm going to take my little red wagon and go home if I don't get my way? Honestly, it could be a more mature decision. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. And our last little segment, going over into the Bundesliga. Just a couple things over here. Regarding moves, Leverkusen have signed striker Alisa Damjanovic for an initial fee of 5 million euros with add-ons of up to 8 million euros. I never really understand why the initial fee, but you have the initial fees down here, but the add-ons are up here. Oh, we'll see. Kind of like getting it at a discount rate. We'll see. We'll see if he's worth it, honestly. Leverkusen are doing all right. Red Star Belgrade have decided to keep a sell clause for Alexa. And honestly, it's a great idea for clubs to do sell-on clauses, because then they lose money if they decide to sell him. A little more interesting thing that I saw that I was like, what in the world? Borussia Dortmund, they've got balls over in Germany, man. And they got him checked. Borussia Dortmund provide free testicular cancer screening outside their stadium just prior to their match against Mainz. And honestly, it's crazy. I think it also has to do with the fact that one of their former players, was diagnosed with testicular cancer, I think back in 2022. But they partnered up with one of the hospitals there to do this testicular cancer screening, which honestly is both hilarious and smart at the same time, you know? And our last little bit before we go to our final break and check out the standings this week. Harry Kane now has his 500th career goal. And what a career it's been since joining Bayern Munich. It has been such an exciting career for him. Primarily since joining Bayern, I feel like his career has really shot up. But honestly, I'm here for it, you know? He's doing an amazing job. All right, guys, you've been watching Shin Pads and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. See you after the break.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
right, guys, welcome back to Shin Pads and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We're going to check out the standings as our last segment of the night. Over in the Premier League, we've got Arsenal at the top spot with 58 points, followed by Man City with 53 points, then Aston Villa with 50 points, and Man United with 45 points. Chelsea is at number 5 with 44 points, followed by Liverpool with 42 points. I hear Arne Slot is still in the hot seat. We'll see how long he lasts. Brentford is at number 7 with 40 points, followed by Everton, 37 points, who is tied with Bournemouth right now. Newcastle United at number 10 with 36 points, and they're tied with Sunderland. Fulham at number 12 with 34 points, followed by Crystal Palace with 32 points, Brighton with 31 points, Leeds United with 30 points, Tottenham with 29 points, Nottingham Forest with 27 points at number 17, West Ham United at number 18 with 24 points, followed by Burnley at number 19 with 18 points, and last place, the Wolverhampton Wanderers in 20th place with 10 points. They finally broke through and got double digits after 2 draws. Craziness. Moving over into Serie A, top 5 still haven't changed. Inter Milan with 61 points at the top spot, followed by AC Milan at number 2 with 54 points. Then Napoli at number 3 with 50 points, followed by Roma with 47 points, and Juventus at number 5 with 46 points. And Verona is still at the bottom. Moving over into the Bundesliga, we have got Bayern Munich at number 1 with 57 points, followed by Borussia Dortmund at number 2 with 51 points, Hoffenheim at number 3 with 55 points, followed by Stuttgart at number 4 with 42 points, RB Leipzig at number 5 with 40 points, and all the way down the bottom we have Heidenheim, which only have 3 more points than the Wolverhampton Wanderers with 13 points at the bottom spot. Just a reminder, guys, you can join the conversation on Band. You can send us a DM or comment on the pinned post on X to get the invite to join the conversation, and who knows where the conversation would lead. You could even be on the show. But check it out. We love to talk football over there. If you know someone who can't stop talking about football, send them on over. We can talk all day long about it. Until next time, keep those shin pads sharp and your shenanigans sound. You've been watching Shin Pads and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. See you guys next time.